What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, going to go over the current swings that we are in, how the ones I went over are doing, and some new ones that we added to the watch list. I'm going to go over SPY briefly on what we looked like today and kind of the game plan going into tomorrow. So when it came to the names I went over yesterday, first one, Microsoft. I mean, this one obviously ended up getting a fat ripper here. Overnight, we gapped up. Told you guys we break 450. Most likely, this 475 to 480 mark is going to get ran into. And over the next day or two, I'd love to see a pullback. And if we could get a dip buy on this, over the next couple of days, I'd love to add it for a swing and target that 475, 480 mark. But will we get it? Who knows? It's super, super strong. So we'll just have to wait and see how that develops. But I went over, I think, a couple days ago. I mean, we're coiling up for a move down in here. I mean, it was so tight, a lot of consolidation. There was so much calls that got loaded down in here. I shared it with the Discord. But the 435 calls that expired this Friday, there was like $10 million worth into them, and they were down like well over 50%, and they came back huge, and those went like 700% from when I shared them. So yeah, there's a ton of flow backing Microsoft. Nokia, very, very nice bounce off of this $15 mark. Told you guys this is the area I'd want to start adding a swing. So if you guys ended up getting that, you're up nice so far, 15 to like almost $17. Ultimate target on this, you're going to want to target that $20 mark. But we need over $17 first, which I think it'll eventually end up happening over the next couple weeks that we'll get to that $20 mark. But big one of the day right here, this is the moneymaker, NVIDIA. I went over this in my last video. I told you guys we need to hold that 210 level. If we break below it, I'm out. There was $10 million worth of calls that got added for June 26th, and those are the calls that I end up tailing into the close on Friday. This massive drop here into the close right here, I end up scooping this. I was down like 10%. At close, I had a little bit of drawdown. I mean, not much, but we end up gapping back up. And yeah, a lot of people I saw on Twitter were getting like scared about this dump and everything, but if anything, that was a buying opportunity. And target on this trade, I went over it yesterday. $230 is going to be what I'm going to be looking for. So that's going to be my final target on this trade. Trimmed half for 70%. Looking to ride the rest up into that 230 mark over the next day or two. So yeah, and also more NVIDIA calls got added today. So again, more flow backing this trade. Very, very strong name at the moment. So I do think this is going to end up working out. I'm going to pull up to see what calls got added. I'm pretty sure it's the 235 call. Yeah, 235 calls for next Friday. It's June 12th. There was a decent amount. I think like, what was it, 3 mil, 2 mil, something like that. But yeah, the NVIDIA 235 calls. Let's see here. We got $3 million worth at 315 average fill. They pretty much added these right near the close. It's right around there. It's right at their fill. This is pretty much where they closed at. So yeah, I mean, more flow back in this trade should end up going higher to that 230 mark. So yeah, this is a really high conviction trade that I got going, and I'm glad it's working out. NVTS, we got our pullback down in that $24 mark. This is where I would 100% be adding a swing. If you guys watched my video yesterday or over the weekend, or I forget which video it was, but I told you guys I wanted to see a pullback on this name over the next couple days and get a dip buy down here, $23 to like $25, to get a nice swing going. So yeah, I mean, that's exactly what's happening. We got this pullback. I'd look to target $30 first, then $35. Next one, OKLO. This is a new one that I added to the watch list. There was a good amount of flow for this name for I think August 21st. Chart, I do like how this is setting up on the daily and the weekly. We're kind of in this little flag. I mean, it's looking to break out. If we get a break above, I mean, today's high, this thing's probably going to get sent. So yeah, $65 is gonna be. This is like the biggest level right here. We kind of need to remain above that. We break below that, most likely this trade's not gonna end up working. But ideally on this trade, I'd want to see $75 to $80. For this TP would be $90, but I'd like to see this upper area get tagged into more so $80. So that's kind of what you're gonna want to look for on OKLO. For the $65 a hold, you could honestly grab a swing now for August. As long as we get a nice daily close above this level still, this is a good one to hold. QUBT, this is another one I really like. I mean, look at this daily chart. We're staying up nicely here. Got all the moving averages crossing over. Daily chart ended up breaking above this high right up in here. I'm gonna add this probably tomorrow for a swing. if we open up, if we don't gap up massively. So yeah, QUBT, once we get above like 12.50, this is gonna end up running to $16 to $18. Same thing, like this $12.50 to $13 mark, we need above this, and then we rip right towards $16 to $18. It's the target on this trade. RGTI, same kind of setup here on the daily. I mean, we're kind of flagging on the daily. Your best dip buy opportunity is going to be down here like $22. If we got a dip down there, 22, 23, will we get it? I'm not sure, because we did get a closure back above a big level, $25. So if this doesn't pull back at all, it'll probably just rip right to $30. So let's see how that ends up playing out. TE, we end up getting a pullback right to that $9.50, $10 mark. You could have added this for a swing. There was good flow on this name. If you wanted to tail this on a dip buy, it's like all these setups are pretty much the same. Like TE, NVTS, Nokia. I mean, all these were just pretty much dip buys in the trend. Iron, I've keep talking about this name, but all-time highs is going to get made. Still holding this in full. I'm looking for that like $75 mark to get hit on this to trim half. But yeah, the trade is up 100% so far. I mean, there was just an absurd amount of flow on this name. It was like $70 to $80 million worth of calls, and the 110 calls for January 2027. I mean, when you see flow like that, it is just so like out of the ordinary. Like flow like that doesn't happen all the time, and when it does, usually it's a massive winner. Like MU ended up having the same type of trade, and the calls went like 20, 30x. So when I saw that flow in the chart, I mean, it was like a no-brainer to add this long. So I'm continuing to hold this. No reason to sell it. Intel is unfortunately getting destroyed a bit. We need to get back above moving averages tomorrow. If that doesn't happen, most likely this is going to be a loser. But yeah, this 125 mark we just could not get over the other day. We just hard rejection off of it twice. Once we get above 125, I really do see this running to 150. Weekly chart does still look nice. So we're gonna have to see how the rest of the week plays out on Intel, but still holding this. I think I'm down like 10% at the moment. I was up 60%, but again, I'm sticking to my plan. I want to see $150 is like the largest level going into June 18th. So I want to see that run up. I mean, maybe there's gonna be news or something, but a lot of flow on Intel. I want to see that 150 mark getting tagged. So I'm pretty sure that was like most of the setups that we went over here. Iron, IBM. A lot of flow on IBM. I think Trump was talking about IBM. I forget the exact wording, but I know he's pretty bullish on it. But a dip down to like 300 to 290 would be your area to grab a swing. I think the flow is for August, maybe. I forget what the flow was, but yeah, look for a dip buy down to 290 to 300. Buying this up in here just doesn't make sense at all. The risk reward definitely not there. So let's see if we get an entry. If not, it'll probably just rip right to 350, so that's the target on the trade. CRCL, I do really like this name. $100 to 105 right here. This is a great opportunity to grab a dip and run up to 120. That'd be the target on this trade. 120 to 130. There was good flow for, I believe, August as well. So yeah, I mean, these are a bunch of good names that you could keep on watch. If there's any, if you guys trade a certain way, look for your setup to develop on them. You can even use the system if you guys are, if you guys haven't watched the videos, you can use the system in sync or in, confluence with these trades, with these setups. And if we have like some sort of 30-minute cross, that could be your entry trigger if you want, or you just buy these dip buy levels, daily closure below them, stop out. And yeah, that's pretty much all I got for the individual names. When it comes to SPY, there really was not much when it came to the system. I mean, on the call side, there was no cross that ended up happening here. If we go to the puts now, we got no entry on the puts, no crosses, so it was a bit choppier of a day. There really wasn't much opportunity when we pull up the 30-minute here on the 760s for this Friday's expiration. We are crossed. We got back above. We had this little dip off of open, but when you look at the higher time frames, was that going to last? It was hard to tell because of this 4-hour. I mean, you just couldn't. I couldn't be super bearish off of open with how he looked when we're sitting right at the 4-hour 50. So charts still look pretty bullish. All these, all the time frames are above their 50s. There's no daily 50 here. So if we do open red tomorrow, if I had to guess, it gets bought up. I mean, if we get a dip buy down to the 50, that'd be great. And then if we get some sort of 0 DT call across tomorrow, that will be a good setup to take. So I mean, that's pretty much the game plan. I mean, I have no reason to be bearish at the moment. Every single time frame is above the 50. We're above the, we bounce up the 4-hour 50. Now, if we end up starting to lose those higher time frame 50s, then I would be more concerned and more bearish. But for now, I mean, the only thing I can do is be bullish. So I mean, that's pretty much all I got. If you guys enjoyed, drop a sub, join the Corey if you want to learn. I'm out. Peace.